Hey folks, let me show you the counter, the client counter component that we have. In the client's page is a good example. We also use a similar one, or we use one on the index page in some templates. Yours may be different, it may look different, but the idea is the same. Basically, we have a sort of a 4 item or 4 column arrangement here. You can add up to 5 if you tweak the CSS. I'll show you how, but it is a little bit more advanced. Okay, but basically we have a div container. There's a title to that. There's a number that animates into view, and then there's a font awesome icon. Let me show you how to update each of those. We'll jump into Dreamweaver. Here's the client's page, so I'm just going to right click and open library item. It'll open up my client's counter, which is located in the library components counters, and there's the client's counter right there. So we have a team counter that goes on the index page in most cases, and a countdown timer which goes on the coming soon page. But let me just flip this over to the let's get rid of these lines. So this one's a definite. You can change the description of the counter right there, so, and it's pretty obvious: create a project, satisfied customers. You can just refer to your web page to see what sort of information that is and where it matches up. But the rest you have to do in code view. So basically we're just going to scrub over this text here in the page, flip it over to code view, right? So you can go and change your counter title there if you want to call it that. So that's the first thing you change is, you know, new project right here. Now, the actual number that it animates to, in this case 999, that's actually the data2 attribute. It's right here. So you just double click on whatever number you see right here at the end of this long string of HTML. Just double click on that and you can change it to whatever you want. We'll type in 1560, or we have that down here, so 1280, right? So that'd be the number of new projects that we have. Now there's also the font awesome icon, and that's located just a couple lines above right here. Recognized by the icon class. We have the FA and then the FA align chart. So for font awesome, there's another tutorial, tips tutorial on working with that. If you're not familiar with it, watch the video. It's great. Shows you all about working with font awesome. Go to the font awesome website, find whatever icon you think is going to be most appropriate, and then update it in this spot right here, or just get rid of it. You don't need it. It's just kind of there to be cool. All right, so bang, that's it. You're done. Those are the 3 bits of information you would need to update or remove. Now, what if you want another counter? What if you really absolutely had to have 5 or 3? Well, if you need to only have 3, just get rid of one of them. Just delete the whole counter, including the comment tags, delete it right out of the page. So once again, just like everything else in our HTML view, it's commented for you, so just get rid of it. But if you needed to add more, you could copy and you could paste. Now the problem is the counter info class is set to a specific width. It's set to 23%. Let me just check on that. No, I lied big time. It's 25%, which makes sense. It's 1/4. I thought I gave a little space for margin, but I guess we didn't need to. Now the property, the CSS properties for that, we have to go to a different folder here, the site, the styles. In this example, or this template, it's going to be the components folder. In your template, it may be the styles folder. If you don't see a components folder, it'll be in the styles folder. Depends if that's merged into the one style sheet or not. But basically, we're going to open up the components folder. I'm going to use my edit find tool here, or find and replace, and make sure I clear that out. And I'm looking for counter, current document, and counter. I'm just going to do find next, and there it is right there. Library components, counters, clients. So it takes me to the right spot right away, which is kind of cool. Okay, now I need to go and find out the counter info. Like I said, the class here, counter1info, that's where the width is applied to. There's the counter1info class right there, and there's the width of 25%. So I would need to change this to 20% if I wanted to have 5 containers, right? If you need 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10 containers, then you're going to have to do the math and figure out of 100%, what percentage would apply to 1/6. So that's where the math comes in. In this case, it's a nice easy number. 5 times 20 equals 100, so thumbs up. We can do that quite easily. So we change the width right there. And then in our clients, that's where we would add that 5th container, and then we'd change the project or the counter label. and we change the data to, and we change the font awesome icon after that, and then it would be squishy, but it would fit into the page.